I may come off to you guys as this Jay Shetty, Mahatma Gandhi kind of personality, C.S. Lewis, because of what I say. Sometimes it's so smart that it shocks me as well. But I've not always made the best choices in life. I can talk well, but do I really do well? Get a chair, let's talk. I have said things I shouldn't have said. I have dated things I shouldn't have dated. I have been in places where I shouldn't have been. And one of such incidents, it's when I decided to audition for Churchill Show. Lord. We had learned that Churchill Show does open auditions and whatnot. And so I sat down. I wrote my lines. I looked at my lovely mother and I said, Mother, please. And she said, no. And I said, Chebal. And she said, okay. And so we went. Tukajitoa kwetu kijijini. Tukalipa fare. Sijui gari kama tatu, 3 cars, all the way to Carnival. And so we're waiting. And then I hear my name being called next. And I stand up. And I go. And I introduce myself. And the judges are like, speak up. Hey. And then I spoke up and I continued. In our world, we are facing many problems, but all that could change if we had peace. They looked at me and they were like, what are you doing? And I told them I'm delivering a speech about peace. And they told me, but this is a comedy show. And I told them, well, does it really matter? And they said, no, Apana, when you have jokes, come. And I was rejected in like 0.2 seconds. Yes, I had gone to deliver a speech about peace. That's you too. Do you know what my little maladaptive daydreaming mind had thought of? My mind had told me, you're going to deliver this speech. They're going to be so wowed. Even the lady is going to be crying. And during the intermission, standing there, giving my speech, people crying. And then we sing, we are the world. We are the children. And daima mimi Kenya mwananchi mzalendo. My dreams didn't come true.
Sikula ataniuliza how was your journey to the top? Ndasema it was not easy.
I think millennials have lived for so long because people who I know as influencers actually have their careers so old that we don't even remember the beginning of them. For example, government, Alvan. Turns out he's so musically talented. Him losing was actually considered controversial in their time. Another example, and the topic of today, is Muthoni the drama queen.
But then anyway, my friends gassed me up. They're like, yo, you have to go. So I was like, aight. We're in coast.
What?
You know what I mean? The audition is tomorrow. I'm here, you're here. A big part of me was also like, Ted Josiah told me to go audition. So to me, even now, Ted Josiah is still Ted Josiah.
So people go for these competitions for various reasons. I subconsciously wanted to be famous, but I clocked it with the nini that I want to change the world. Other people, just like me, want to be famous. They want the clout. Others see it as a pathway to success, an easy way to get rich. And there are people who are genuinely there for the love of their craft and for the sake of their careers. So what is the behind the scenes of reality TV? Does it really deliver what it promises?
Wacha nikwambie sasa, wacha nikusaidie sana. TV is fake. Kama una kitu inaitwa sijui reality TV, sijui Kardashians, sijui nani. Ujue kitu ni very engineered. It's very fake. Even you iko fake. First umeingia your place. They sell you it's an academy. It's not an academy. This is a marketing exercise for Tusker. It is designed for its entertainment value. Ma audience wana feel nini, judges hapo wanakuanga na opposition. Hakuna kitu ati hapo ati these are my thoughts. It is engineered. Huyu ni yule anakuanga mejam, huyu ni yule anakuanga encouraging. Huyu judge ni yule anapeananga feedback poa but si mbaya si mzuri. Huyu judge ni yule bitch. Hiyo kitu yote inakuanga imepangwa. I've waited many years to say this. None of that shit is about the artists.
Yes, reality TV does more harm than good. From a contestant's perspective, what happens? It exploits its contestants for views and entertainment, for the entertainment value. The people who end up villainized in such context face a lot of public ridicule. Their names are tarnished and whatnot. Suicidal cases, mental health struggles. Some people's careers never take off because now the public has this perceived image of you that you were made to play by the producers, that your real life can't continue beyond reality TV. How did Tusker Project Fame impact Muthoni and her career?
What stars are meant to look like. So now me, I didn't have the body shape of what the stylist meant to look like. So you've been told the things you can carry from home. So the stylist has already come and she's like, man, there's nothing here you can wear. All your stuff is boring. I remember that pink top. It's Nakaya who gave me, and it was a skirt. So there was no styling allowance either for the show or for me. Tunatengenezwa nywele nini, outfits za watu zengine ina work but yako iwork, we sister una look na unajua kisha throw you out, umeisha, story yako imeisha hapo. Wale wengine wanachukua bag zao. So hiyo ceremony sasa una bag zao wanaingia kwa hiyo nyumba. I'm just like shit. Sasa sina tight na sina TPF na nimetoka shule. Now you're nobodies. Hakuna hata watu wa production wanafikiria sijui stories zenu. Tumesha move sasa, tuna watch sasa main show. Nililia sasa nirudi kwa mama yangu. Siku next niende kwa Dr. Ruthi Rono nimwambie ni aje, please naomba tu mnirudishe shule. That is the first time I got jaded in music, and I was like, actually what am I looking for? So like there were some notes I sang off key. So I'm like, everybody remembers that. That's the living memory. I'm so embarrassed for all this work I've done. How could I not be able to hold that moment? I failed.
When I went for Churchill's show, what I was looking for was fame, but I lied to myself and said I wanted to change the world with my music. And I learned that children and adults, most people who are seeking fame, look at it as, number one, a solution for their lack of validation in the environment they're in, quick way to be successful, a quick way to be accepted by everyone. Some people associate fame with riches and whatnot. And for me as a child, it was a source of validation and empowerment because I was bullied. And it grew and it grew and it grew. And then I got to an age of accountability and decided to make my relationship with God more serious. And for that reason, I could no longer be the next Ariana Grande or Nicki Minaj. And then I just switch that to I'll be the next Sinach, I'll be the next Theophilus Sunday, and still desired fame, but now in the context of, now I want to change the world for God. I'm doing it for the Lord. Souls. Yeah. Why am I saying that? Because there are many people who look at such organizations and they look at them as the solutions to their problems. Because now, for example, because I couldn't be famous on my own, I looked at Churchill Show as a source. I looked at Machachari as a source. I look at, because back then platforms were not freely given the way they are given right now. Like anyone with a microphone and an opinion can create a platform. You understand? So what that made me is extremely desperate and to a certain level worshipping other men. We've talked about that worship thingy again, but this level was worship to a place of desperation, like without you I am nothing. And I'll give you an example. I was watching Devious Maids, and if you've watched Devious Maids, there's this one character, Carmen wants to be a singer, and she's 37 and she feels like she's growing old. She's leaving her prime. If she doesn't make it now, she'll never make it. And for that reason, Carmen really manipulates the ninis around her because the thing that she wants the most is her dream. That first of all makes her manipulative and ingenuine. She also can't have an opinion. She can't have a backbone, especially when faced with the people who have a solution for her. You understand? So when I was looking at that, I was like, thank God I no longer have a dream. I don't have a dream. You ask me to who will I be in the next 5 years? I don't know, and I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. All I want to be is in the Lord and with the Lord and how the Lord wants me to be. And I know it's going to be awesome. That's why I don't care. So I don't micromanage God. I trust Him so much. I know the destination is totally worth it. I did not arrive at this place by accident. I remember one of the things that changed my mind was a movie called The Magic of Ordinary Days. I've talked about it. And even in the title in itself, it has a very simple plot, very nini, but for me it was an encounter. And it taught me to appreciate my life when great things are happening and when small things are happening. I rejoice when I'm in an event with everyone I look up to, the same way or maybe even less than how I rejoice when I'm at home and I make a meal and it doesn't get burnt. You don't want to be someone's slave. Nobody holds the key to your destiny, and that mindset of wanting something so bad you can do, the end justifies the means, makes you a slave. And let me tell you, it ends up coming. Like right now, I know to a certain degree, doing what I do for God, fame is a side effect. It's not a side effect that I want. I love my anonymity. You get, I love having opinions and voicing them to people who truly listen and don't judge. But when I'm here yapping, I see some of those comments and I'm unaffected. I am an unbothered, nonchalant queen. I'm going to give you two clauses. The first one is that title, The Magic of Ordinary Days. The movie might not be amazing to you. It was a simple plot. It was but just the words, The Magic of Ordinary Days. And then to put it in a scriptural context, make it your mission to live a quiet life, working willingly with your hands and minding your own business. I fail at the last one, but I do very well in those two ones. So where we are with the story, TPF has extremely negatively impacted Muthoni the drama queen's confidence. So how does she get out of that slump?
Just keep listening to this kind of music. What does this music make you feel? So just listen to music. Don't solve. It's not solvable. Where you are right now is not a solvable situation. Just listen to music instead for a while. Let's just see what happens if you just listen to music instead. So I just listened and I feel like they calmed me down into like, yeah, the music you like is dope. It's true. They exist. So I think bit by bit, slowly, I was still very delicate, but slowly, like just my feeling like, it's okay. Maybe you're different and that's also okay. Maybe it's okay that didn't work out.